Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a quick refresher on graphing in Excel and how to graph in Excel using the online version. So everybody has access to Excel through UTSA. All you have to do is just log into your email. And when you log into your email, all you need to do is go to the top left corner where you see these little dots. You click on it, you click Microsoft 365, and they should take you to a page similar to this one. Now I highly recommend installing the Microsoft apps yourself. However, if you're having some technical difficulties or it's not installing, you do have access to the online version. But there are a few key differences between the online version and the in-person version. Now, personally, I prefer using the downloaded version. You can see that you have a lot more options. You can do a lot more things. And it's just a lot better for graphing. Things are more intuitive. Now the online version will work as well, but things are slightly a little different. So if you click here, I already kind of pre-made a spreadsheet. You'll see that it looks a little different, but it's going to behave in a similar way. So if you watch my original video on graphing in Excel, you should have an idea of how we should graph. When you're doing the graphs for your labs, they're going to always ask you to plot, current versus resistance or things of that nature, right? And it actually makes a difference depending on how you plot your things. So when we see these verses, it's always going to be rise versus run, y versus x. Now, when you are graphing on the online version, it doesn't let you do as much things as it does on the in-person version or on the downloaded version. So I'm just going to show you how we could achieve the same things using the online version. So right here, let's say that you're doing your lab, you collect your data, you have everything labeled. So right here I have current versus resistance, and I have some made up data points for an example right here. So what I recommend you do if you're going to be using the online version is do this, right? So I'm going to erase this really quick. Just take your data points. So Excel, it likes the X columns first, so write X and then write Y, right? And then whatever you're plotting, have everything labeled, right? So they tell you to plot current versus resistant. Remember, your current's your Y, so just copy your current in your Y-axis, paste it right here, and then for your X-axis, copy this right here and paste it in right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Insert, and before we do anything, now typically I don't like doing it this way, but on the online version they kind of force you to, so you're going to have to select all the data that you're going to be using. That's why I have it written like this. So you're going to select all your data, and then what you're going to do is you're going to select scatter plot, and it's going to plot it for you. Now, like I said, I prefer doing it not this way because things could go wrong. So I prefer y'all use the desktop version and follow the original video. But if you don't have access to it and you have to use the online version, do it this way. But you could also go to Data Select, and it'll show you what you do, right? So right here, what you see in purple is going to be your X-axis. What you see in blue is going to be your Y-axis, and what you see in red is going to be the label. Now, I believe in the downloaded version, you can move these things around. On the online version, it won't let you move it around. It's kind of stuck together. So that's why I have everything bunched together, X and Y. So the online version is only designed for very simple graphs. So that being said, just do it exactly how I showed you guys and you should be fine. Now, as far as getting some additional information like your trend lines and things like that, you can still do that. All you have to do is click on formatting, right? And then we see things like chart titles. So if you want to name this, for example, let's pretend we're doing this. So we could say current versus resistance, right? And it'll write your title for you. Let's minimize this to do some of the more things like your trend lines. I believe it's going to be in legend, so let's click legend here. It's here somewhere. No, it is in Series Y. So yeah, click the thing that says Series, right? So whatever you're plotting or whatever that is. So right here it says Series Y. And what you could do is you could turn your trend lines on. So you see trend line, let's turn it on. And then, you could have a linear fit. You could do polynomials, things like that to fit. Now, if you want to display the equation, all you have to do is go all the way to the bottom and you'll see this. It'll say equation and values. You turn that on and it will show you the equation for whatever plot that you need to do. So if you have any questions, please let me know. So this is how you're going to be able to graph using Excel online. So for whatever reason, if you cannot download the Excel, you can use it, the online version. Just follow these steps and you should be fine for any graph that you need to do for this lab. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.